So what's up, everybody? It has been a while since I've done a video related to some of the equipment that I use here on the farm, but I recently purchased this mower here. It's made by Cadet. It is the Ultima ZTS 2. That's Zebra Tom Sam 2. Now, before, those of you that may have seen my other video, I had an RZT SX, which was a scaled down version of the mower that you see in the video. Let me turn this camera around here so you can check it out. Sometimes you can haggle with the salesman and get it down a little bit cheaper, but you're looking anywhere between $5 grand and $6 grand. And compared to the other mower that I had before, I've had this thing now for a few days. I've used it once, and I'm telling you, I love it.
Awesome.
It's probably 2.5 steps up from the one I had before. This thing flies. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some of the features on this particular mower, what I like about it. I can't say what I don't like about it, because right now there's not much I don't like. Actually, there are a couple things I don't like about it, and I will go into a little bit more detail just so you can make an informed decision if you think about purchasing one of these mowers. So for starters, this particular mower has a bigger floor area for you to place your feet. Now, when I purchased this, I asked the dealer, I said, do you recommend stepping on the actual mower deck? So if you look at the mower deck, this is a 54-inch mower deck. Me personally, I would not stand on this. Comparing it to the last mower deck that I had, I wouldn't feel comfortable standing on this one like you can do on some of your larger commercial mowers. You have an adjustable steering wheel. This is your thing here. Push that and you can see it pops the steering wheel up and down. This here raises your deck up and down. And again, I'm sure a lot of you watching this is very standard for some of you mower owners, but if you're thinking about upgrading from a push mower or the slower, more yard type of mowers that look like the little tractors, and you're stepping up to something like a zero turn like this one, I love this one because it has a steering wheel. Because if you look at the property here, I have kind of an incline as you go up towards the tree line, and this thing will hold like crazy on the hills. The good thing about it is, because I have the steering wheel, I have all four wheels on the ground. And if you're familiar with the normal zero turn, the two front wheels just kind of flop around. It's only really your two back wheels that are actually on the ground. So it's kind of unsafe if you're talking about going on hills and things of that nature. But getting back to the mower, so here you have your deck lift. If you look, as you can see, when you push on the foot pedal here, it will actually raise the deck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower this. As you can see, I'm lowering the dial. It actually will go down to 1 inch. So watch the deck as I slowly move my foot. See how far the deck drops? So if I wanted to raise it, so now it's going to cut on that level. So if I want to raise the deck, I have to push this in and then adjust the dial. I usually keep mine up to about 3-4 inches. This particular mower, their recommendation is, if you're in transport mode, just driving around your yard, you want to keep it around the 4.5 inch or 4 inch mark. So I love that feature compared to my other mower. My other mower had a lever here that you had to push up and down, and I didn't really care for it. So one of the things that I do when I use my mower is I keep my weed whacker on the back. So recently I purchased these aftermarket, and I love them. They're basically handles. I'm sure some of you have seen these before, but it allows me to strap my weed whacker onto the mower. Now, I had to tap into the metal. I didn't really want to do that, but I didn't have a choice because the brackets that this thing came with wouldn't fit, even with longer screws. So I was used a sheet metal screw, and I tapped into the metal here, and I used a little bit of a larger bolt and got it to pull down inside. But one of the concepts that I love about this mower is how open it is. You can get to your spark plugs, you can get to your oil fill, your oil filter. My last mower, I had a pain in the butt trying to get to the filter, trying to get to the drain plug. I love the concept of how this is set up. So here you have your controls. You have your PTO electric clutch, which when you pull it up, it engages the mower. When you push it down, it stops the mower. This is how you turn the mower on and off. This button here, when you're cutting, if you push this button, you have to turn your key one position. This will allow you to cut in reverse. Normally, the mower doesn't allow you to cut in reverse. You have to do this. It's a safety feature that they built into this mower. This is your throttle here, and this here is your choke when you're starting it on a cold day. The last mower that I had, I loved the fact that it had a 12-volt cigarette lighter plug-in. It was built into the steering wheel, and I was able to listen. Like when I'm cutting the grass, I like to listen to different podcasts on YouTube and things of that nature, because you know, if you see the size of this yard, I mean, it takes me several hours. I'm talking 6.5 hours to cut this entire yard. So with that much time on the mower, I like having something to listen to. So the YouTube app will actually drain your battery if you listen to it for too long. And I'm talking just within an hour or so. So what I decided to do was to take the old 12-volt power supply off of the old mower and hook it up to this one. And I have to say, I'm actually quite pleased with how it came out. Let me show you what I did. So if you look here, what I did was I took the old one off the other mower. I drilled a hole into the plastic, and if you can see, I ran a wire here, and I got another wire going to my black. These two wires here power the 12-volt power supply for my cigarette lighter. So now when I'm cutting the grass, I can actually use my cigarette lighter adapter to keep the phone charged while I'm using it. Another feature on this particular mower is it has headlights in the front. Obviously, if you're operating as it's getting closer to the darker hours. Here you have your reverse. It's a hydrostatic mower. You got your reverse, and you have your forward here. Down here, it's got all your safety things as far as what they recommend you do and not do. Here, this particular mower, in order to start it, it has to be in lock mode. And then you can actually take it out of and then push it forward. And that's the mode that you want it in. So lock mode to start it, unlock mode in order to go forward and do whatever it is you need to do. This little lever here is what allows you to put it in neutral. Say, for example, your mower runs out of gas and you need to push it for several feet. This will allow you to allow the wheels to free roll. You just slide this back to here, to this notch, and you can free roll. So now what I'm going to do is just kind of show you how this thing cuts. And I'm telling you right now, my favorite thing that I like about this particular mower is the speed. The specs say 7.5 miles an hour, but to me it feels like it is flying, and I love it. I wish it could go even faster. But my favorite feature compared to my old mower, this thing turns on a dime, and I'm not talking slow. Before, it seemed like my other mower would be slow when it would have to turn around on the zero turn portion of it, where I'm trying to loop around. This thing is, you going forward, you're going right back the other way. I mean, it blew my mind the other day. Now, right now, it's kind of dry, so I haven't been able to cut the entire property, but one of my plans is, we get a little bit of rain, is to try to use this thing once or twice before we get to the winter season, because right now we're in late August, so I'm sure we'll probably get some more rain, and the grass will probably grow a little bit to where I have to cut it once or twice more. So another feature is I love the big, meaty, beefy tires. Here you have your gas tank, where you fill your gas tank. The seat actually has a lever in the front that allows you to slide the chair forward and backward. So I can't say enough good things about it. So sit back and we're going to watch how this thing rolls. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how it holds on the hill, the little bit of the incline that I have up here. As you can see, that's kind of the incline. It's not a whole lot, but it's a little more than 20 degrees, which is what the manufacturer specifies, no more than 20 degrees. So we're going to check it out here. And like I said before, as far as the weed whacker, I love that effect. I didn't have this on my last one, so I love that this has this function on here. And these straps will hold it in place, keep it from bouncing around. There you go. Now I got my weed whacker on the mower, so wherever I get around an area or a tree, I can stop and get off and trim that area and then just keep on rolling.